Emil Ben Salah is our referee tonight. Opens play. North Carolina moving right to left on your screen. And it is Los Angeles hosting Angel City and North Carolina Courage. Niso Sullivan slipping through. There's Reed, who's fielding quite admirably since Savvy King's unfortunate medical situation. She was back in the stadium a few short weeks ago. If you're North Carolina, they've made some pretty drastic, by Sean Nahas standards, changes, including going to a 3-back and maybe being a little more direct than we're used to, but it's worked. Watch out, Manaka places his front slit home. It takes 43 seconds for Courtney Fine. It is her first goal of the season.
And that's that directness that we were talking about a second ago, not even a minute ago, Mike. But this is how Manaka's gonna punish you. She comes in underneath, gets control of the ball. It releases Vine at that target 9, slips in between, but this is a perfectly weighted ball in between Anderson and Reed. Nothing Anderson can do about that. Easy put away for Vine.
Manaka's incredible run continues with the assist. Vine's second goal since arriving midway through last season. And a picturesque opening goal in the first minute for the North Carolina
City in the past games has been the one on the front foot, scoring early. The response is going to be key here for Angel City.
Gordon forward, caught between the feet of Madison Hammond.
This is another underlying story that you and I were talking about before the game started, and that's the goalkeepers on both sides. Angelina Anderson and Casey Winfrey both have been giving up goals, and both teams need to stop the bleeding. So it's going to be kind of a contest between goalkeepers tonight. Yes, I still have the chips.
Here's Kaylee Kurtz. That is a dynamic ball slicing right through midfield. Manaka out to Lucy. Manaka will dictate play. Koyama.
And that's where Tyler Lucy's so
record when filling in for Sean Nahas. He's done so in the past due to
about that, and that was their plan for the game, was to initiate, let Angels start to build, but then just condense and get numbers around the ball to strip the ball back.
So far, so good. Lana Kennedy. Naka overtaken by Sarah Gordon. Square ball that Vignola will walk forward and launch long. It's a foot race. Of course, Alyssa Thompson won it. Puts Bell on skates. Thompson playing with her, but ultimately Bell caught up. How about we try again? Thompson, end line, slicing back, Tiernan turning, got the shot away, and it rolled wide of the post. Good moment for Angel City, and of course it all starts with Alyssa Thompson.
And just not giving up on the ball, and then Alyssa Thompson finding the space down towards the end line. But here's where Tiernan's so dangerous. You think she does not have a shot, and she still creates something from nothing.
Last night.
And taking that pressure off a player, you know, you saw what that pressure did to Alyssa Thompson last year, having a tough sophomore campaign, now having a great junior year. You know, but hawking the same thing. Her campaign last year, just too much pressure on such a young player.
DeFore got it to Giselle Thompson, hits the cross, it is Riley Tiernan again! Simply an unstoppable force! 7 goals for the rookie! Coming. Angel City on level terms, 11 minutes in.
And you just have to always be touch tight and know where Riley Tiernan is. Giselle Thompson just does the 1-2 around, finds the space. This is a perfect service. And just Tiernan slicing in, finding the right space and the right timing to get the power behind this header and just bury it into the back of the net. How can Tiernan be that open? 7 goals on the season. Nobody picks her up. She slices in between. No real challenge there and just buries the ball.
Either Bell needs to be closer, was coming from North Carolina, opened the scoring in less than 45 seconds. Courtney Vine, followed by the 11th minute equalizer from Riley Tiernan. It's probably worth noting for the faint of heart, Angel City has had 40 goals scored in their games this year. 21 allowed, 19 scored. And 6 times this year they've been involved in a with 4 or more goals. That's more than any other team in the league, and we are trending that way again tonight. So win or lose, you know you're going to see something. Tiernan chasing this down, and there's Murphy. She'll hold on.
And when you get that pressure that, hey, there's no number 1, you're scared to make a mistake, and you can't play scared.
Nearly a bad giveaway, but Giselle Thompson intervenes before Lucy could slip it through. I do sort of wonder if Valenzuela's choice gets the benefit of being overseas and not being around all the other goalkeepers that are fighting for the same job, or she could just go about her own business.
Well, she came off a huge season for Manchester United, which is what got her into the mix in the first place. You know, and I think that, in my opinion right now, she is the go-to number 1. That being said, I think they need to start making a commitment to her then and getting her as many games as possible.
Giselle Thompson sheds Koyama. Angling for space. Dufour is there. Dufour cross. Pops high. It's still on. Vignola. That's blocked still. And pops out to Vine. Let's be honest, there's probably something like 20 games or so between now and when they depart for Brazil. 30, maybe. So as a goalkeeper, if you're going to get experience at that level,
you need it now.
Yeah.
And the issue is, you know, with the goalkeeper being so tied into the back line now, you're not changing your center backs. All right, you're getting your center backs played together as much as possible. Well, now your goalkeepers are basically extensions of your center backs.
Hammond chasing ball across, and not the best first touch.
So you have to get them as much experience as possible with that back line. It's only 30 games.
Ballpark. I'm just throwing
Ballpark.
It's
a good
Koyama here trailing.
And this is where North Carolina wants.
Now joining in on the overlap. Not on the same page. Koyama.
And this is better by North Carolina. I was just going to say this, that North Carolina doesn't want to get into a track meet with Angel City. Angel City has the probably player for player entire team fastest pace in the league. North Carolina is best under possession, picking those moments when to break through like we see here. Slow this game down. Don't get into running end to end.
Haley Kurtz trying to dictate defensive philosophy for North Carolina as the team builds out of the back. Manaka glides and fires. Lena Anderson, that has some real English on it. Goalkeeper, 24 years old, but this is just her 20th pro start.
Watch this touch by Manaka, just leaving Kennedy in her tracks. Kennedy's just got a jockey, keep Manaka in front of her there, but boom, right into the space. You can't let Manaka get that time and space, although she didn't.
The sprouts had been made, but before his arrival back in the middle of May, the former Dutch national team coach, best known football, until I talked to him, and it changed the way he viewed the game. Manaka is forced away by Gordon, comes back to Anderson.
Well, you also have Sam Lady staying on as the assistant coach.
He did a wonderful job.
And he did an incredible job, but Strauss being in...
This is an area that they really can't afford an injury, so watch as she reaches down and grabs her leg after the challenge.
It's a tough challenge, jams the leg, and it looks like she just goes right for that hamstring. And it's absolutely not a place you want to have to sub at all for Angel City. Sarah Gordon has just been one of the best defenders in the league for years now. And Mike, you know this, because whenever we do games together, and if it's an Angel City game, I'm like, why hasn't she gotten up?
It's changed. The only defender listed on their bench tonight is Miyabi Moria. So that's the lack of depth that they're dealing with. If there's any upside, if there is an injury, it's knowing that there's only one more game before that extended break. That we'll see the Copa America, the Euros, and
well, if you had to change things up, you could pull an Alana Kennedy back, who is a center back.
Yeah. Sprinting forward, it is Alyssa Thompson. That's going to be a throw, not a corner. It would leave a hole in midfield, but Megan Reed. Shut down Alyssa Thompson. It's not to say you can't do damage here. They're going to try now through Giselle Thompson.
And in the beginning of the season, this is where Angel City was so
into what would become a four-way tie at the playoff line. This after their worst start since the club moved to North Carolina. Oh, wow. Come on, Manaka. Has an option off the right side, feeds it now. Back to Manaka, spins. Manaka rolls over to Lucy. It's a bit heavy. Still it's on for North Carolina. We just saw the sizzle reel for Manaka.
Dare I say that Tyler Lucy was probably standing there in awe of Manaka and forgot to get into position.
Whipped across over Lucy. Might be there to stay. We saw Gotham bring in Aunt Catherine Berger to great effect. One goalkeeper of the year last season. This will slip through to Riley Tiernan. Advantage played. Alyssa Thompson. Ryan Williams in the danger zone. O'Sullivan offers help. Still backing in. Thompson shimmies, crossing off a bell.
At one point in that Gotham game last night, a little stat for you, there were 8 players on the field and a backup goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's right. And they still won the game.
And they still won the game and got the shutout.
3-0 win against Utah, past 11, the NWSL. Berkeley, the initial intervention. Manaka just came out of nowhere, step, couldn't quite win it. Thompson leading Tiernan. Tiernan slicing back. Riley Tiernan in front, attempt to backheel flick that toward frame, and still on. The whistle has gone against Giselle Thompson, who had inverted.
And it's good work by to the top of the 18. She had 3 players just waiting for the slotted ball there to put it away.
It's a matter of seconds here. We'll see if North Carolina plots one more attack or takes this to the break. to get it forward to O'Sullivan. Williams probably got to go forward from here. O'Sullivan flipped over the penalty area. Koyama tried to get there. It's Manaka at Angelina Anderson, and that should take us to halftime. And what a way to go. That was nearly North Carolina pulling back in front on the last kick of the half.
And just keeping it alive here right at the end of the half, dropping so nicely to Manaka, but just can't get it to the left or to the right of Anderson. At the end of the day, it's an easy save for Anderson.
Angel City and
It's missed Endo. I think the league is missed Endo.
これが終わったら一緒に遊びに行こう。
On that outside would be a good addition for Angel City in the 60th, maybe even in the 80th minute.
And on to the second half we go here tonight. With Saskia Weber, Mike Watts, Bill Ben Salah is our referee this evening. The goals from Klein and Tiernan. Fans come here to be entertained, maybe more so than any other city in America. There's a plethora of options. If you're going to go watch sports, you've got LeBron and the Lakers, you've got Shohei and the Dodgers. There is no drought of star players, star teams to go watch. The Galaxy, the side at LAFC that's taking part in the Club World Cup this week. And there is an effort. It's Hammond able to keep it off Koyama to make this a team that people want to watch. Ball awkwardly belongs to Koyama. Deflects and will get wide of the sprawling Angelina Anderson.
And we're seeing Angel City struggle to build out of the back, and North Carolina just getting around them with the numbers, which is what creates this opportunity for Koyama. This is more about what North Carolina was doing in the beginning of the first half, was numbers around the ball and squeezing Angel City into one zone to try to
Thompson tried to cut that square pass off, but could not. Jackson. Living dangerously, turned it over to Kennedy Fuller. Fuller dives in toward goal. Held off. The option is Tiernan wide. There it is. If Tiernan's here, who's going to head the ball? Tiernan, stacked by Murphy.
And there's your answer.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's good work by Fuller. A little quicker on the dish to Tiernan probably here would have been more effective. Fuller hasn't been on the ball as much as I'm sure Angel City wants in the first half, trying to get on about that playoff line. My halftime flies.
You know, it's funny. I think back to Chicago last year, and the whole season we're kind of going, can they sustain this? Where are they really? They never once fell under. And I think there's confidence playing from above the line. Lucy got it between the legs of Gordon. Fine turns, drops off. It's Manaka. It's denied by Anderson. Good on Manaka. Goes to make sure she didn't clip Anderson along the way.
It's a great ball, direct over the top. Lucy gets on the end of it. And we just see Manaka sprinting forward. The touch back to her. But watch Anderson just close space and be big. When Manaka takes this touch is the time when Anderson closes the space. And now she's big. Manaka has no place to go but into Anderson's body. It's a great save.
Manaka trying to do something season. The courage 3 years ago.
And showed so much promise for Houston, but it just never came to fruition.
It was the wrong system for her. There is Manaka. Feeds the ball. Drives forward against Reed, shoulder to shoulder.
And this is where Reed is, like I said, just an old school defender. She keeps Manaka in her sights, lets Manaka dribble, keeps touch tight with her, and when she has the opportunity, she takes Manaka and the ball. Watch Reed just push Manaka wide, and then get the little nudge in and win the ball.
There are injuries. Now Penske, the head coach at that powerhouse program at Florida State. He said, does anyone want to give this a shot? Vignola, ever the team player, says, yeah, let's go. Ends up getting her a chance to play at the professional level, eventually clear gate again. Giselle Thompson, who did not feature a week ago, is going to come off. Miyabi Maria coming in. 11th appearance, of which 8 have come off the bench for a player featured with Japan 2023 Women's World Cup.
And a different type of player, a different type of outside back than Giselle is Maria. She does get forward more with the overlapping runs, the give and goes, but stays home a little bit more than Giselle Thompson does. Doesn't push as much, so you won't see as much action up that far flank that you would if Thompson was still in.
Oh, excellent. Strident run from Alyssa Thompson. Wayama in her back pocket. It's Thompson going the distance. Thompson! Why? She got hit at the tail end of that and saying, you allowed me to play that out, but that should be a penalty.
I'm just going to see the give and go. The ball here, the little heel roll by Kiernan. And Thompson's just off to the races, and everybody's chasing her. Tucks inside, and this should be a penalty. She stayed on her feet. And sometimes you say to younger players, maybe go down there.
Yeah.
But going back to Thompson here, this is where gamesmanship comes in. I would say this
spot is equivalent. Ball knocked down by Thompson, so we've moved on. At least the VAR has. Maria hits the cross. Murphy leans up over everybody and two-fisted punches it away. Hurts now.
And that's a strong move by Murphy to come
forward to finish in the top 4, and Alyssa Thompson continues this run. If you multiply her numbers and say she finishes at 10 goals and 4 assists, Angel City makes a run later in the year. Hard to argue with that.
It is hard to argue with it simply because what she...
Nice. Fine. Had that read like a book.
Because what she creates for the team itself. You know,
Wayama.
The assists alone, but...
From Angel City. Muscling free, it's M.A. Vignola. Advantage played. Thompson. Now a little room. Thompson.
A dynamic Shaw into the midfield here, and that changes that predictability in the midfield, and now you have a true 9 that's going to hold up the ball for Manaka to run off of.
Angel City spreading their wings. That is a foul on Lucy. From the looks of it, Shaw will play a double 10 with Manaka, and then they'll leave O'Sullivan deeper than going box to box when Jackson was in the game. Here's a look at DeFore leading the charge.
Yeah, you have to push Shaw forward. Just her ability to explode into spaces when faced up to take on 1v1. You don't want to lose that by deep in the midfield.
Alana Kennedy, 14 in black, along with Kiernan at the bottom of your screen. Ball in, it's Reed! It is Murphy on the spot. That is a trio of lethal aerial players.
And it's good patience by Murphy, just with a quick shuffle step over, keeps her positioning, doesn't come off her line and bite. It's an easy save, Kennedy and Riley Tiernan just waiting to head the ball. That's a lethal threesome.
Yeah, that is the stuff of nightmares for a goalkeeper. Ball held up well. Flip through for Thompson, circles back. Got blockaded by O'Sullivan. Casey Fair and Kristen Press here poised to enter the fray here for Angel City in a moment. This finds Dufour. Dufour hangs the cross, header back in front, coming down Tiernan, bodies hit the floor, and Kurtz pulls away with the ball. Fuller tried to send that snare of a header back across the face.
It's definitely rings your bell on that one. No intent there by Manaka. Didn't even see Hammond coming up behind her, which is trying to flick the ball on over the
Thackeray standing in for Sean Nahas tonight. He's about to make another sub, by the way. Koyama is about to come off in favor of Ashley Sanchez.
And I think this is a really dangerous sub for North Carolina to go at Angel City right now. And Ashley Sanchez, when she's on, she is so dynamic. She gets the ball. She loves to run at the...
One loss at Washington. It could have given North Carolina the league in Houston when he was the head coach there, but only scored 16 goals. He scored more goals than that with the weapons that Angel City had in less than half a season. He may have earned himself another shot as head coach sooner than later as a result. Here comes Manaka. Manaka against the world. Reed against Manaka. She is just on fire tonight.
She is, and she's so good in these tight, small spaces. I mean, Manaka against the world's a good way to say it. But Reed is having a great player when I was coaching. It was like, you didn't make the save. The ball hit you. There's a difference.
Ashley Sanchez out of the pack. Ashley Sanchez gliding, firing, save. Knocked aside. In front, Bedford above the bar. Two gaping chances for North Carolina. They both come up short.
And you said it. There's a goal somewhere out here, but I'm not really sure on both sides. Sanchez just takes off. This is what I was saying. She's so deadly when faced up. Gets a good shot off. Anderson can't hold on to the ball. She has to hold on to that and then just ball up. Over the bar, from one end to the other, missed opportunities.
And what a play by Vignola, because the net was empty. Goodness. Will this get through? It does. It's Bedford with the cutback. Hannah Bedford met from behind. It is the second vital intervention by Miyabi Maria since coming in.
That's two saves by Miyabi Maria. Right before this, she cleared the ball off the line. Hannah Bedford wide open with the cutback. Beats Sarah Gordon. But the recovery run by Maria is what saves this shot on goal.
7 added minutes. Fair ran out of room. Rather, Kurtz took that space away. Speared down off of Pinto, belongs to press. Has hardly touched the ball since coming into the game. Hodge in those slick black cleats, out down the right side, across Kurtz. Denies the service by Maria.
Coming in, but right here, Maria, she pulls this ball back and slots it a little deeper right there.
Tiernan up the line, into Hodge.
Good work by Angel City to keep the ball moving.
Vignola.
Late game heroics.
Minutes to Seattle. Kind of dramatics remain. Taken short. It's press. Maria serves. Header away. Vignola outstretched. A goal kick. 2 minutes gone. 5 remain. Jaden Shaw. Hodge drops, shot, across, saved away from the line once more, back by Tiernan. Pinto! Brianna Pinto! Late in stoppage time! Quiets the crowd in LA! It is 2-1 North Carolina!
And like I said, you felt it coming. The pressure by North Carolina, another corner kick by Shaw, and just keeping this ball alive. Lucy dumps it into the mix. It can't be cleared by Angel City. Pinto gets a touch on it and just gets enough of a window to get her laces through it and bury it. Another save off the line by Angel City, but they've been playing with fire. That's the third save off the line. 4 times the charm for North Carolina.
North Carolina turned their season around seemingly with that 3-2 win at home over KC. With Kurtz and
But we felt this one coming. There's a save off the line. She stays strong, boxes out Tiernan, but the ball just bounces friendly back to her. Takes a little touch, puts it in the back.
It would be a massive 3 points. They did not win a game in their first 5. They are on the verge of making it 3 wins and a couple of draws in their last 6 and moving right up to the playoff line.
And you know I'm going to go back to that foul.
Alyssa Thompson didn't go down and draw the penalty?
No, well, that.
Okay.
That one, but on Macy Hodge.
Yeah, hold the extended VAR check. They'll be allowed to see this out. Tiernan. Square. Zellum. Across to Reed. It's opened up now. It's Vignola. Vignola serves the cross. Bounces through. Tiernan pushing everyone back into the box. Floats it up. Caught. Murphy on the line. Bangs onto the post and holds on. And count it. All 3 points for North Carolina. And Murphy pays a brutal price on the final action of the game. The courage, a remarkable 2-1 late heroic winner from Pinto at 90+5.
And it's a great save at dying minutes by Murphy to hold on to this as she gets pushed into the post, not to drop this ball with that last minute flurry by Angel City. But you felt it coming, Mike. You felt it coming. North Carolina, multiple chances to put the ball away towards the end of this game, and finally did.
The points are enormous, but this aftermath.
And right here, you're going to see Murphy get pushed into the post. Never feels good because you're relaxed, you're coming down, and all your body weight goes into that solid structure.
And so Murphy being attended to, she sits up, and with that last catch, she holds on to all 3 points. North Carolina climb into a 4-way tie for 8th place. It's 2-1 the final. We will wrap it up on the other side.
どうせなら楽しくやらなきゃな。